What's up, guys? This is Brent with Western Equipment. Now let's jump right on in and talk about the top 5 things to check if your chainsaw is not running correctly. Now, this first one here is going to be one that probably gets overlooked a lot of the time, but can definitely cause you issues if you don't know about it. So on our chainsaw here right at the front, we are going to have our muffler. It's going to be this metal exposed piece here, and on our muffler there is going to be what's called a spark arrestor screen. Now this screen is designed to do exactly what it says. It's going to help eliminate any of those sparks that may make it through the exhaust system to help prevent any type of fire. But what can happen is that can get gummed up and get a black film over the top of it, which in turn will not allow your chainsaw maybe to run correctly, and sometimes will keep it from even being able to start. Now the next thing you need to check is something that you would think would be just a common thing that we would do after every time we get done cutting, but is actually going to take place right here behind our actual shield where our bar goes onto the chainsaw. So what we're going to want to do is open this up and make sure that we do not have a bunch of buildup on the inside of our housing here, because this is going to be the clutch on our machine. And so if we have a bunch of gunk built up in here or even around the chain here, that could cause us to have issues with starting the machine or letting the chain run itself. So make sure that you are cleaning this area thoroughly after every use. Now the third thing is going to be one that can be a little bit finicky and can sometimes honestly be a little bit frustrating, but that is going to be adjusting our carburetor. So over here on one side, you are going to see these 3 holes over here on the side that have an H, an L, and an LA. These are going to stand for your high, your low, and your idle adjustment that are on your carburetor. So sometimes what we're going to have to do is go in here, play with it, see how the chainsaw sounds, and then adjust those adjustments until we get it to where it is running correctly. Now, for different chainsaws, there's going to be different ways of doing this. So you're definitely going to want to make sure and get into your operator manual to see which adjustment you need to get, and it'll also give you an idea of what it should sound like whenever we're making that adjustment. But just know over here on the side that these carburetor adjustments may be something that we definitely need to be tinkering with if our chainsaw is not running. Now, number 4 and number 5 are going to sort of go together, but sort of not. Now, number 4 and number 5 are going to be if we cannot get the chainsaw started. So number 4 here is going to be checking our spark plug. Now, every chainsaw is going to be different. On this one here, what we're going to do is take the top off of this, and right here on top we're going to have this little rubber piece here. This is going to be our connector to our spark plug. We're going to take that loose, take our spark plug tool, break that spark plug loose, take that off by hand, and then do an inspection just to see if we have any type of corrosion. Now, of course, this is going to be on a brand new unit, so we have a really good looking spark plug here, but what you can get is corrosion and buildup all around the edges here and in between that electrode and that pin. And if that's the case, then the spark plug definitely should be replaced. Now, most of the time while you're in here and you are already looking at your spark plug, a lot of time you're going to be able to see your air filter. So for instance, right here, our air filter is on the back. If we have a dirty air filter, this can also change how the machine is going to run. So if it is running, another thing that we can check here is how clean our air filter is. If we need to, it's pretty easy to go ahead and pop the outside screen off, clean that air filter, or simply replace it, pop it back on, and go back to work. And then lastly, if we're having trouble just getting the chainsaw started, we probably need to check our pull rope assembly. Now, a lot of times it's hard to tell if you have an issue with your pull rope. If it's not starting the machine, but you feel that you have good tension there, then your pull rope is probably okay. If you have more tension, if it's really hard to pull that chainsaw back, you may have an issue where you need to replace the whole assembly here, or just take that off, see if you've got something in there that's jamming up that cord. But if you have absolutely no tension here, then we have something that's broken, and we definitely need to take this off and replace it. But the pull rope can be a big issue. Now, once we've gotten past checking these 5 things, if we're still having issues with this machine running, a lot of times what it's going to be is a fuel issue. So when we get into those fuel issues, now we're talking about carburetors. So we can get in there, find the carburetor, get it taken off, clean it out, check for leaks in our fuel lines, other things like that. But we're getting a little bit into the detailed side once we get there. But if you're having trouble with your chainsaw, I would check these 5 things first, and if those don't get it going, then get into that deep dive. So guys, I hope this video helped you out. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, we just ask you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also guys, if you are looking for more videos like this, more videos over steel equipment or John Deere equipment, I highly suggest you go check out the rest of the channel. And as always guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, make sure to check out this cool video and this one. Buy your parts right up here and subscribe right here.